Today I want to talk about the importance of rental history and mortgage loans. So the first thing is your rental history, if you're a first-time home buyer, is the closest thing that you have to a mortgage. So underwriters are going to look at that closely and take a lot of weight if your loan should be approved by how your rental history is. So usually you have to verify the last 12 months. Sometimes they will verify up to the last 24 months. The biggest thing there is that you cannot have a more than 1 times 30 on your rent within the last 12 months. Some programs you cannot have been more than 30 days in the last 12 months to get a loan approval. So this is going to be more important for people with marginal credit. Say you don't have a credit score, or you just have one credit score, or your loan is not an automated approval by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. They're going to require a verification of rent or a ledger from a approved property management company or someone. If you have a private landlord, this is important. Do not pay them in cash. Do not pay them in cash. If they only will allow you to be paid in cash, you may want to actually find somewhere else to live if you plan on being a homeowner. Because with cash payments, you don't have any receipts. So them giving you a receipt book, that is not considered actual verification for us. So like if you write them a check, or if you give them Zelle, or if you Cash App, and they know it's going to that person, then we can see that same amount, that same transaction over the last 12 or 24 months. That can be verifiable. And also if you live with a relative and they don't require you to pay rent, but they say, hey, she pays the bills or he pays these bills, you need to literally write them a check and just say it's for rent. Even if it's only for a couple $100s a month, that is verifiable. But just saying you pay the electric bill or the gas bill or the water bill, that is not going to help you. And again, if you have a private landlord, you definitely need to write them in checks. Or if they say, hey, I don't feel comfortable you give me checks, then you can Zelle them, or you can Cash App them something, or let them do a bank draft, something that can be verified. Then you could just go back and get the last 12 months transaction history out of your account. Again, if you have marginal credit, especially on FHA, VA, and USDA loans, this is something that you would want to that you really want to take care of and make sure you can verify your rent. So if you're thinking about being a homeowner within the next 12 months and you're not doing it, if you're paying someone by cash, you really want to have that discussion with your landlord and not pay them in cash and pay them in some verifiable way. If you're in an apartment complex or anything like that, or it's a professional property management company, then they can send over a ledger and that's acceptable. The other thing too is you also need to let your landlord know that you're leaving. It is not against the law for a landlord to not verify rent, but it will keep you from getting a loan. So you do need to have a good relationship with your landlord so that they will actually do a verification of rent. You want to make sure that you're on good terms. It could be the last month and you're thinking they're going to take it out of your deposit, but they can actually count you late because that's not how your contract reads. If you have questions about your lease, you may want to talk to a certified agent or a property manager. Just let them know what your plans are to make sure you're up to date so that when we do, or when your lender orders a verification of rent, they don't put something negative on there because that could blow up your loan. If you have any other questions, reach out to me directly, reggiehomeloans.com. Talk to you soon.